Well, switching gears now, let's talk about Instacart for a moment, because according to the Wall Street Journal, it's coming out with some encouraging numbers ahead of its planned IPO. The grocery delivery company saw revenue rise by 39% and orders placed on the app jumped 25% year over year for the 3 months ended in June. Again, that is according to the Wall Street Journal here. And all of this, according to the Journal, is as this company is still planning for an IPO, despite what has been, as we've talked about a lot, a very challenging IPO market. They say Instacart's still planning on one.
Yeah, you talk about a vacuum that we've watched in the number of public debuts. You had more than 1,000 companies that made a public debut in one form or another, whether it be during a direct listing or a SPAC, and then the de-SPAC processes to go along with that, or the traditional IPOs of 2021. But now that you've got so many companies being tested and either having to go back to where they've secured funding before in private equity and trying to shore up any capital that will help them navigate near-term macroeconomic impacts that even the publicly traded existing companies are having to cite continuously in earnings reports. For Instacart, at least, what their business is proving right now is that they can continue to see volume climb 21% in this most recent quarter from the year earlier. $7.1 billion is where that came in at. And that's what a company needs to prove if they're still going to try and kick the tires in an IPO this year.
No, you're right. And Instacart, look, this has become a service that people use constantly. These are behaviors that were trained during the pandemic, and for a lot of folks, it makes a lot of sense. And I've also seen through the prism of Target. I understand Target had a challenging quarter, but they, a couple of years ago, spent over $500 million to buy Shipt. I think that was in 2017. And I'm in these Target stores. You can see the Shipt shoppers. There's a lot of them on the sales floor now, and that has been a really key business for Target to help lift their grocery sales, but also the overall transaction amount in the store.
I enjoy going to Target, so if you do another kind of photo collage thing, you will probably see me inside that Target.
It works. No Amazon Prime, though.
And by the way, the valuation at Instacart is a lot lower than it was. Remember, the most recent valuation was $24 billion. That was from March versus $39 billion a year earlier.
It could be worse. It could be Clarence.